Hey everybody, Rodham here. Thanks for tuning in to Kenshi Birth of a Hive. So last episode, we were running over to the World's End to dump some of the resources that we no longer needed. And at this point, I think our resource dump is just about done. I did notice that Minus has some extra building materials that I didn't ditch, but apart from that, it doesn't really matter. So the plan is to head on home, or towards home, I should say, and find ourselves some beak things or other animals that are going to give foul meat, because that is the current bottleneck. So a lot of you have been coming up with some amazing ideas about things to add to the base. So the first one is about a limb storage. I did install a limb storage mod. So if we go into the storages here, I should see limb storage somewhere. Come on, where is it? Robotic. You know what? I probably need to research it. Chances are that is the reason why I'm not getting there. Let's take a look. Crafting skeletal limb storage. There it is. All right, perfect. We'll get these skeletal limb storage researched, and that should be that. It should be just that straightforward. Troller sauce. Why don't you go and research that for us? Why troller sauce? I have no idea. Or actually, no, not even troller sauce. I do actually have a character that wants to be a researcher. So maybe I should start to get Blazer into some proper research. I was previously leveling up Blazer in athletics, making him kind of run all over the place. But now would be a good time to start the research. So, Blazer, let's have you go to the research bench. All right, troller sauce or geyser. Let's get you over here making biofuel because we are really low on fuel. We still have a lot of other stuff to clean up, but that's going to come in time. I'm not urgently needing to clean that up. The swarm here, they're all following Jordan. Jordan, yep, you're moving towards the ghost village, and then we're going to be in cannibal territory. I'm not going to shy away from too many fights. I'm totally down to fight. The guys that I've got out there are pretty tough. There we go. Blazer is now our researcher. He is going to become a researcher / archivist. So over to my tips that I have for all of you. A bunch of you, I think 4 of you, mentioned the limb storage mod, but Rock Zalt was the first one to do it. What else? I forget who mentioned to possibly have the queen live in the... Well, in this dome, obviously, she's going to live, but also to have all the books around her because she appreciates knowledge. So I think I'll turn this into sort of the research area, which means I'm going to slightly reorganize the way these buildings are laid out, the 2 that I just broke down, because this sort of research district is going to become smaller. But I'm not going to worry about the research district just yet. I want to... grab the resources that I need to build it before laying it out. So Thor and Knave are falling a little bit behind. Oh, there is all sorts of fighting over here. Probably, let's see. Ronin versus cannibals. Neither of which have foul meat, so I'm just going to keep moving on. I'd like to get the base built sooner than later. So, sort of the idea is, all right, Minus, I'm going to have you ditch these resources. Sort of the idea here is, oh, could you? I think we one of our bone dogs like bit this guy near to death as we passed by. That's kind of funny. All right, so the skeleton limb storage is ready. So let me hop over to Heresy here, who's sitting at the research the bench here. making shoddy equipment. Storage, skeleton limb cabinet, and now we'll put the cabinet right there. And this should allow for the automatic hauling of limbs, which is going to be great. It's going to allow us to make a few. But for now, what I think I'm going to do with her is to have her level up her ability, her robotics ability, so that I can make things that aren't shoddy. Where did she go? Did she grab that limb? Because that limb was for Silvershade. Any limb is better than no limb. Heresy, where are you? You are... Yes, you did in fact grab that limb. Okay. Just pop that limb into general storage and we'll get Silvershade. Oh, he's already standing right here ready for a new arm. Okay, taking a look at my groups. I do believe that's the last limb I needed, so... Oh, look, you're all fighting. You're all fighting... Sure, I'll just... I'm not going to be able to walk out of this fight unscathed, so I might as well just keep going. Looks like Beep is pretty badly beat up, actually. That's because he's fighting the Punisher, the leader of the group. Alright, I won, knocking every single one of them out, and they knocked none of my people out. That's what I like to see. So let's go ahead and grab this guy's gear, I guess. No. Gear's really not worth much. I'll just grab the blueprints. Yeah, even the mace is only worth 1,000. I have 200,000, so not that big of a deal. As far as people that are able to run, Knave is at 19 miles an hour. And that seems to be the slowest we're going to be able to run. Because I don't want to stick around here indefinitely. I do really want to get Beak things. So I don't want to get shrieking bandited because I'm sticking around so long. Except for this is, yeah, it's a Moaning Samurai. Yep. And it's running the same speed I am. I might have to go fight that. It depends if anyone's seriously bleeding out or not. Red Rain, or Beep's chest is not amazing, but not terrible either. Okay, the Shriekers are now no longer on me. Ron, Jordan, and Red Rain turn back and attack unprovoked. My Rangers are going to do the same. Because this one kept following me. I don't want it to follow me anymore. And then we'll patch up. There you go. Down you go. The rest of them are fighting the cannibals that I happened upon. Queen, grab the science. I think I've graduated away from looting these guys. I'm sure I could use their loot, but I just don't care enough to grab it, to be honest. Queen. Do you not have splints or something? No, we have splints. Why aren't we splint rigging? I guess he doesn't need splint rigging. Okay, we'll just keep going. Knave, lead the way. So we're going to happen upon those Beak thing nests that I passed on my way to the world's end. And I'm going to make good use of their meat. I'm sort of looking to the horizon here to see if... Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of little cannibal groups and whatnot. But, trying to find Beak things and also not run into more patrols. Because as you can see, this there's a lot of battle going on between different sub-factions. I am nowhere near at the point where I'm going to be able to take on Leviathans. They would stomp me in a second. Maybe if I had someone head-to-toe in masterwork armor who had insanely high melee defense, they could take a few hits, but the risk to my life, measuring against the benefit of killing a Leviathan, is it would basically, it's very stupid. It'd be very stupid for me to do that. Alright, so my Rangers here. Let's go ahead and start shooting at the Beak things, seeing if we can pull them one at a time. That would be ideal, rather than have to fight a whole swarm at once. And I'm sure they're eventually going to attack. Oh, yeah. No, they haven't attacked me all at once yet. Alright, he's winding up to hit these guys. Nope. I'm gonna nope on out of there. Because as you can see, even though I'm well armored, big things are still... They pack a pretty serious punch. Alright, so Ron, let's loot this one. Red Rain, you've got the space. Some of the foul meat will be eaten, but I'm going to end up killing so many big things I'm not worried about it. I'll have Thorns go get healed up. And have all these rangers pull another target. I'm sure it would be a lot more interesting going guns blazing and taking out all of the big things at once. The problem with that is, of course, the amount of rest we would require. You know, we'd basically inevitably have to camp, and camping here where it's full of big things and cannibals is not a healthy thing to do. And some of them are aggroing anyway. Looks like the Garu are about to pull some as well. Alright, these small ones are down. Ron, let's get... Oh, that's the one I already looted. I'm gonna be meat wealthy. I'm a little excited about that. And these Garu are running interference, so I get to have tanks. In fact, let's move up. I'll take advantage of this situation, knowing that there's some sort of species war going on. Alright. The group here, I'm just sending Ron, Red Rain, and Thorns, or even Droiden, in front because of the amount of armor they have. Not because I'm trying to give preferential treatment to any specific person. It's a lot safer for well-armored people to get in the fight, because I'm not really able to make great replacement limbs yet, so I should be careful about the fights I take. Alright, Red Rain, here is yet another. Oh, so much meat. Now, the downfall of the big things, yes, they have numbers often, but they don't have particularly good defenses. You know, it's not like they're very well armored, so I am tearing through these guys quite quickly. Very different scenario than I had even just a few episodes ago, given my armor. As you can see, Ron here has barely been scratched by these things because of his superior armor. And the armor quality that I have in my group is just going to go up and up and up because we now have secured a, you know, the ability to mine. Come on, beakers, get off of me. Let me draw a few more over. And even without ranged backup, Thor, Droiden, Hollow, they were able to tear through that big thing pretty quick, too. And down it goes. Alright, that's the whole nest. Red Rain's just about full up, but has a little bit more space. And then I can start filling up my regular inventories as well. Out of range, come on, you're standing right there. Alright, so that is that. I could probably finagle a little bit more, but I'm not going to bother. Just because I have so many other people that can do the looting. And then it comes down to who has the carry weight. So, Thorns, give that off to Queen. Queen gets to hold the tech for now. Guess I can leave the clock running a little bit. Some of the recent comments about how I overpause. I'm sorry, it's a force of habit, really hard to break. Alright. you're full up. I'm going to pause for just a second, knowing that I just mentioned that I know I overpause. Hella has a lot of carry weight. I was just trying to figure out who'd be able to carry some additional. So we also have a lot of Garu out here, but I think I probably can leave the Garu alone. Because they don't have the right ratios of meat that I'm looking for. So, as wasteful as it might be to not utilize their food, yeah, I'm going to leave them be. Alright, so this one is still dying. Alright, Frenchie is loaded up. Who else has some carry weight on them? Not really very many of my people. I guess Ray has a little bit. Now, the easy way to tell if I've looted them or not is if they're fully dead. Usually, bee things are unconscious rather than full dead. I don't think these Garu managed to kill a single bee thing. And then, of course, I did end up clearing this nest pretty much single-handedly. So I would say I am entitled to the eggs. Which is a whole lot of wealth. Alright, St. Healy, you're 2 weighed down. Oh, Cookie has a stackable backpack. 16? Okay, we could do better than that. $19. Drop 2 more. Alright. Talon, you, because you're a martial artist, ought to have a lot of carry weight. Oh, yeah. And that was true. Alright, nice. Full beak thing nest cleared. A lot of meat, enough to build probably most of what I want out of the base. And it looks like the guys that were marching here now have a... Oh, except for Thor. Have a faster run speed. Thor has a lower run speed because of how encumbered he is. It's not that he's slow. So there's another beak nest here if I want it in the future, but I'm pretty full up at this moment, so I'm gonna head home and not really pick any fights if it can be helped. Except for maybe with you. Alright. Martial artist, let's see how you fight. I know I don't have a lot of good armor on Talon, but he wants to level up, so... And I don't mind grabbing the blueprints. At some point, I'll probably have all the blueprints I need off of the Screechers and the Cannibals. But for now, I know I don't. And down he goes. He, she, I don't know. Not assuming gender here. Down it goes. Pillar got super trashed on his limbs. But while all splinted up, is fast enough to get home. We just need to be faster than spiders. Iron spiders. Who clock in at like 11 or 13, something like that. And this is why you don't want cargo pants as armor. I cannot wait until I have enough armor for everyone to wear the best stuff. And that way I don't constantly have... broken limbs at the end of fights. It will make a huge difference. Alright, Mr. Resnick. Let's get you full-time pleat beating, providing that there's iron around, which currently there is not. It looks like all of my iron is constantly going towards iron plates, but he'll find some. But it occurs to me that I'll probably end up needing some additional iron mines. But we're starting to make Edge 1 weapons. There's a chance for us to get Edge 1 weapons. I don't have Edge Walkers unlocked yet, but even that chance to make Edge 1 weapons is huge. So Heresy, carry Hall to the limb cabinet first. All right, so now Heresy, you're gonna make no electrical components. That I can fix. What is she currently doing? Oh, she's hauling the hinges one by one to the store. Okay, that's fine. Over here, we've got an iron spider that wants to tangle. I'm just going to keep running. Eager to get home with my haul. Oh, yeah, they got it. They got it. This cheeky little one got a hit on. Hit on Beep. Almost took Beep's arm off. Guys, could you heal Beep? I stopped so that you could heal Beep, and then you did not heal Beep. I know there's a lot of iron plates around here to be looted, but given how many active spiders there are, I'm just going to run all the way home. And how hurt some of the people are. And how eager I am to start using these resources. Alright, Beep, you're pretty critical. Why is no one patching you up? I really don't know. Alright, the most injured people I'm just going to send to rest up. And let's get everybody else over here so we can dump out the resources and heal up. I am going to have to rally everybody to ditch their beak eggs as well. It's going to be another trade run at some point. Alright, so Red Rain, you primarily have, well, you're the one that primarily has all of the meat. First I'm going to put the iron plates away, and then let's start dumping. I don't want to dump all the meat because items that are on the ground do, I think, have a chance to despawn. They don't stay there forever. So this is the robotics house. On the left, this here is going to be another research district. This will be the actual research house. And we'll get that constructed. I do need to sort of set up a proper generator thing as well. So that's another project to be TBD. So maybe that will be my last house up here. Will be the powerhouse. That seems like a reasonable addition. And basically full of batteries and fuel storage and stuff like that. Because right now we are really hurting on that kind of thing. Red Rain, you have so much more fowl meat. Guess we are quickly using it all, so I suppose I don't really mind dumping it. And then the skins here actually have a place. We just need to get a little bit closer. And the constructors can interact with the skin storage easily. In fact, it looks like Hella already put hers away, so she just has a bunch of meat. As far as the meat storage goes, where was that barrel I made? Here it is. Invalid container type. Let's see. I want storage for meat, maybe. It wouldn't be a terrible idea to have sort of permanent storage. It's interesting how both these light posts are the same, but they have different light colors. Don't know exactly what's going on there, but alright, they're still going to say invalid because this is for raw meat. So I think the storage I need for the nasty meat would be, animal feeder, which is, hold on, let me not screw up the height. And these sort of storages out here are all temporary. So the animal feeder is indeed the foul meat storage. I don't know if people draw from the animal feeder to do construction, but I suppose I'll find out. So let's rally everybody together. Dump our current inventories where they need to go. Where is, what building was this is the building materials building. Raw iron. This was the steel. There we go. I'm trying to click it through. Can be challenging. So, tool storage can now go into the robotics. That's fine, and that means we can have a truly empty inventory. So let me go through everybody. It looks like ammo is pretty scarce, especially for regular bolts. And I'm going to also dump all of the beak thing eggs under Red Rain, so I know who to collect them with or who to sell them on. So Red Rain has 9 beak thing eggs. These other buildings got constructed, so I think it would be important to... Let's get in there, Queen, for a second. Power battery bank. So this will be the battery building. So we'll have 11 in there. And then we're also going to want the biodistillery. And I suppose that can go right in the center here. And then generators. I suppose I'll line them up against a wall. I don't know how many generators I need, but actually, let's get those set up. And then generators. I will start lining up all my generators in here as well. So 3 should be good for now. And then my biofuel distillery will go sort of in the door here with a ceiling light. And then someone's going to have to be our power man. Let's call him Power Man 5000. Someone's going to have to be our power man, and I haven't really assigned that. Maybe it'll be Gazer or something like that. I'm not sure yet. It also means that I'm going to need electrical components, which we currently are storing elsewhere. Actually, it does make sense to store them over here because this is the only copper node that I have. Jerk, what? Oh, you are... What are you doing? I am not sure. So, the question here that I have at the moment is, am I low on electrical components? I might be. Buildings. So I'm going to build a shack here. This shack is going to be for the electrical component manufacturing. Or one shack is going to be to store the copper. And another shack is going to be for electrical components. And they're not going where the rest of the hive is because this is my only copper node. And I'm basically leveraging the copper node for its properties. So those buildings are going to get constructed. Looking around here, I guess I'll have Red Rain help to move some of the some of the materials that I've accumulated. Oh, here's my electrical components. I really don't have a lot. Yeah, that's true. All right, we'll grab as many as we can. Thorns, you're up. But we'll bring these over. Bring the tools over as well. And that should accelerate all those battery banks. And then another thing I'm going to need to do is the biofuel distillery. The first one I'm making, I think, is just... It's either for green fruit or for wheat. I forget which one is default. But we'll eventually have, you know, a variety. So if we have any crop shortages, we still generate power and electricity. All right, Mr. Red Rain. Let's get the plates put away. And the building materials put away. And Thorns, you're going to put away your tools. All right, Heresy. How is your robotics coming along? 41? That's not terrible. It's definitely not terrible. Repeat queue of motors. We are waiting on iron. Why aren't you doing this? It needs electricity. Yes, I am out of electricity entirely. I see that now. So these generators are requiring copper. So I will, before I leave, I want to go and just get in some fights to level up my group. But before I go, I will get, I'll bring some copper over manually so that people don't have to haul it the long way. Come on. You should be pretty quick. Oh, they're not even moving. You guys stuck? Yeah, you're looking stuck. You know, alternatively, I'm going to dismantle this. I'm going to make the electrical components over there and just store the copper in there. I think that makes more sense. So we'll have the copper hauler haul to that storage or something, and then have someone haul it over to my electrical components. I don't want to. All right, here we go. Copper for you guys. Beautiful. All right, everybody here, I think other than the fact that I'm really, really low on ammo, everybody here is pretty much all set. So my ammo, I would need to have a proper spot to manufacture it all, because I don't really have a dedicated spot yet. Where did all my wheat go? Jay, you are... I don't know what you're doing. You're supposed to be on that. Alright, so some of these generators are getting built. Then we really just need the biofuel set up, which is about to be. Alright, so it's a green fruit biodistillery. Let's go and set up another biodistillery. So that would be power, biofood distillery, and make one for wheat straw. And then make one for hemp as well. And that way, if I have one resource that is scarce, I have a variety that can be used. So lights, we'll do another light over here. Because I do believe I have a ton of hemp. I'm not sure what else I have in excess though. But I do recall hauling on a whole lot of hemp. So my green fruit, I have a lot of cactus, but it says my green fruit and my wheat are empty. And that could be true. I have been cooking up a storm lately. Alright, show me the research. We should be able to do some cannibal or howler armor. So let's get cracking on that, and we have a full-time researcher now, so that should be pretty quick. Alright, Hella, you're standing over there because engineer. So my real worry is running out of ammo. So I think what I'm going to do is have everyone follow Jordan. And Jordan, you are going to take us down to the nearest hive. I'm going to go and buy... I'm going to sell my beak thing eggs and buy some ammo. And see if they can stay out of danger while I set more of the base up. So Dig. Where is Dig? Dig, you are... He has a pocket full of cotton. What I really want him to be doing is harvesting this stuff. Just so that we don't have a momentary lapse of resources. So we were running out of fuel as well. And yeah, you're going to constantly complaining it needs electricity. I get that. Alright, so the green fruit and the hemp distilleries are getting set up. Heresy, I know it needs electricity. I'm trying to solve that. As far as hemp goes... Oh yeah, we have hemp galore. As soon as we get that hemp distillery up, we should have no problem at all. So let me have Acid here focus on the hemp one. Or maybe, where is Jay? Jay, where are you? Why are you doing this? The steel, yeah, that shouldn't be your job. He is our engineer. Get him over to do some engineering. Blazer, you are probably not researching because we don't have the power to research right now, so that's fine. You can sit around. Looks like we're going for a long swim. Getting our swimming ability up is totally legitimate as well. Alright, Geezer. Geezer Geyser. Not exactly how you want me to pronounce it. You are going to operate here. There we go. That is... Yep, here he goes. Now he's going to be distilling fuel. And then we'll have a bunch of generators to power up. That also means that I can get rid of this battery bank. We don't need it. And get rid of this power generator. We don't need it. And then head over here to do the same with these ones. Oh, we actually do have some weed in there. Troller sauce, just because you seem to be idle and nearby, I'm going to have you work this generator as well. And that should solve some of our severe lack of power issues. We need 3 generators fueled up to currently operate this base. Our fuel demands are going to just keep rising, as far as I could tell. And these farms are all growing and yielding. That's good, because we know exactly where the hemp's going to go. And then what I'm going to do manually is to put fuel in the other generator, just so now we have a net power. And we'll start banking that power. So that'll be really, really good. Finally, we're powered back on. Swarms being attacked. Yeah. Bunch of cannibals waiting for us as soon as we made landfall. Man, it is dark. It's hard to see what's going on. Who got... How did I hit them? I don't even know. But yeah, let's go ahead and full-on attack them. Still some people left in the water. Actually, a significant amount. So I'll have them come landfall. So you can tell who the good swimmers are and who are not. But everybody here, release the hold. So we go full court press. And it wouldn't surprise me if I got some unconscious people in this fight. But I'll try to focus on the fight for you all. That's going pretty well. Bone dogs are making a significant difference. Alright, get everyone rallied up. Queen, you're going to have to try to find their leader. Oh, is she still swimming? Oh, she is very much still swimming. Alright, Beep, find the leader. Just so that I can get the research item. Oh, let's see, it's you, isn't it? Yes, it is. And maybe I'll take your Grand Meat Hammer. That is a really disturbing name for a weapon. Red Rain, I need you over here to take said hammer. And I'll take some of the other armor that sells for something. No, look at this crawler. They are Canhead exiles as a result of killing Canhead. So these are all would-be Canhead followers, but I captured Canhead and gave him to the Shek. Alright, Red Rain, or Thorns rather. Some people need healing, so Queen, you're going to grab those sleeping bags and set them down. It's going to be a lot quicker to camp now because all of the bags are on one character. And that way I know definitively who needs to, who can deploy them, etc. Queen, Red Rain dearly needs healing. Alright, Thor could use some as well. I'm not aiming to top everybody off, just a little bit of love so that I don't have any seriously wounded people. And yeah, that camp was a lot faster than one's previous. Trying to just master the art of quick camping. See, that was relatively painless. Didn't spend the whole episode camping this time. Done. Everybody's out of the water. Thor is still the slowest because he's the most encumbered. He has big old weapons. That's part of the reason. And we'll head for the coast. Oh, look, this is what, the Moaner? Yeah, Moaning Samurai. Actually, these Moaning Samurai are the ones that have the blueprints, so I might as well take her down. That was pretty easy. I hit whatever was already wounded. Alright, thank you. Ooh, a 5k weapon? Sure. 1k armor. Actually, all your armor is not terrible. And head on our way. So taking a look at, while I start running there, let's take a look back here. I've got the power room mostly set up. Oops, wasted. I didn't mean to tell you to move anyway. Sorry. G-Man, I'm going to have you split fuel amongst these somewhat more equally. Eventually, what will end up happening is all of the, or ideally, all of the generators will be full up. I think one person might be able to manage that. If not, I can have another person get on fuel. I think at this point I'm out of electrical components, which means that I'm going to put Heresy on full-time electricals. It also means that I need someone to haul a terrible amount of copper over. Probably someone else to start mining it. So Carpo, why you? I don't know, but have you start mining the copper? Blazer's doing the research here. That's awesome. Troller Sauce, you're managing that. Yep, you are. Meat Pants. Oh, you're my farmer. Maybe I should... Well, no, I'm going to have Meat Pants do it. So, Meat Pants, I'm going to make you haul a back-breaking amount of copper over for Heresy. So the Heresy can focus on the electrical components that we're lacking. I went through a whole lot of them building that giant battery bank. Another thing I realized is I don't have signage on these buildings, so I don't know if there's signs appropriate. I could do a skeleton statue for this building here. Why is it giving me the external view? All right, signs. Tools, maybe? Our robotics is kind of like tools. I guess that fits the closest. Yeah, that fits the closest. Now, what fits the power? It doesn't. We don't really have a good power sign. Now, that's fine. Not everything needs signage necessarily. I'll just have the escape. I don't know. Just any old sign. Alright, Meat Pants. Now, the hauling of an insane amount of ore does level up your strength, obviously. As you can see, our encumbrance is 91%. We're super overloaded. But I don't want to gain strength this way. I do have a plan to have everyone that needs to get stronger to train. But the training that I'm going to enact will be... yeah, let's actually get everyone to swim around a bit. Everybody follow Thor. I don't really mind our hivers being incredibly good swimmers, given sort of the constant dangerous areas I find myself in. So, I'll have them swim that gap. So yeah, I didn't want to artificially get everyone stronger, but what I will do is I will buy a bunch of super heavy weapons and train with them. And that should allow... wait, oops, that's the limb closet. Why is that even accepting copper? I don't know. I'll have them train with them, and that will get our strength up without, you know, sort of cheesing the strength system. Because in vanilla Kenshi, you could just load yourself up with ore like I just did Meat Pants and march around in circles until you're unbelievably strong. But it's, in my opinion, super cheesy. Super, super cheesy. Alright, so our battery banks are almost done. We have a huge amount of battery charge, which is awesome. And let's go back to Thor over here. So Hollow, seems like you're the slowest swimmer, so we'll have everyone follow you. And Hollow, you're going to make landfall. Swimming around these Shrieking Bandits definitely has its advantages. Not having to go through that thick forest is a lot safer. Now, of course, this is a lot longer. But I'm in no particular rush with these guys. Ooh, this farm is dead. Totally dead due to neglect. This one needs water. Having Dig not have a proper backpack definitely hurting my progress here. Troller, is there a backpack in here? No, there really isn't. Is there now? So the next district that I wanted to build up here was the sort of food farming district. So let's go ahead and lay out some farms. We really are going to want wheat farms, a whole lot of wheat farms. So let's get a building down that does that. So that will be another hive house. Now, the farming district I'm going to utilize this sort of flat open space for farming. So this is going to be my farming house. I will add other districts, but yeah. But the farming and sort of trade is going to be up front. In fact, I might add some trading buildings down here on the starting island. But because of how treeless and open this is over here, it makes definitely the most sense to have our farms around this area. And again, let's go with the light posts. I think they're best when they're rotated. So I'm going to start the farming with 3 wheat farms and then expand from there. Because I could definitely eat meat wraps. So let's go in and fix the pitch and yaw, and then rotate. Actually, that should be rotated to like 0 degrees, and do the same over here. Pitch, yaw, rotate. All right. So this farmhouse is just going to have storage for food storage and maybe the kitchen in there. Also, I'm going to want a barracks and a hospital, a bar and an inn. There is a whole lot more to add to the base yet. If you have thoughts about different buildings that you think I should add or need to add or whatever, absolutely let me know. Chances are I have most of what the ideas that you might have planned. Welcome, human. Really? I'm not human. But I will, however, buy some of your lanterns. Why not? All right, let's see here. Don't need your hiver notebooks. I might as well get the rice research, because I might want it at some point, but I'm not going to need it for a bit, because I don't have hydroponics unlocked, and it's really not that high up on my list of things to do. I think I needed a pearl cup for the thief training, and that might be about it. I did want bolts, however. Eventually, I'll be adding in the bolt manufacturing, but I don't have that right now, so it would be important to buy them. And then I did have an embargo on these guys. I'm not going to sell them arms or armor, as that I'm not looking to gear them up. In Kenshi, there is no, like, you know, they won't actually use the weapons, but this is just me role-playing. I don't want to be selling arms to a future enemy. That's just dumb. What is going on over here? Oh. Hobo fight. Who wins the hobo fight? Alright, so now I'm heading south. Oh, you guys might have a goat for me to buy. Well, you know what? I don't want to be stuck with a slow goat. So I'm heading south to the Shek territory to buy giant honking weapons to allow me to strength train without what I would consider cheesing. So the idea is to have things like frag axes and planks, which are very, very heavy weapons, and using those weapons will strength train you very, very quickly. and equipping them on the people that need the strength training the most, i.e. my soldiers, and getting those soldiers up to snuff by combating cannibals, scrawny cannibals, shrieking bandits, whoever's in the area. That is my plan. So I'm going to have these guys head south to the Shek territory and procure a whole bunch of weapons. And then some of the guys, like Beep, might actually just stay using his giant frag axe because that's what he wants. He wants to be the best swordsman possible. And who am I to deny him that? All right, Crab, it looks like you are out of queue here. Let's queue up a variety again. Heavy, polearm, naginata katana, and naginata, and repeat the queue. Because I am fairly excited about the prospects of having a bunch of Edge 1 weapons. Edge 1 weapons are some pretty seriously good weapons. Yeah, they're pretty incredible. Jert, what are you doing? You're engineering and filling up full of weird resources that you never put away. That's probably true of a lot of people. There's probably a lot of people that have a whole weird variety of materials that they just haven't deposited, which is kind of funny to me. It's like just ditch. Now there is a setting for ditch resources that honestly at this point I should probably enable. So let's do that. Oh, ditch items is already turned on. Okay, you're just very bad at it. All right, foul meat is the current bottleneck in that building project, but I have plenty of it, which means that they don't actually draw foul meat from this trough. I sort of had the questions about that, and now I have the answer. I'll have to manually withdraw foul meat. So we have a whole lot of wheat straw demands for that farm. And I think what I'm going to do, Troller Sauce, you are going to stop the biodistilling. We have an excess of hemp, and we'll use that hemp. Troller, I'm just going to have you haul to storages. Actually, forget that. No, stop. What I could do for you is to have you haul to this copper storage. Let's see if this works correctly. Doesn't seem to be, but that's all right. All right, so I want to build up a whole bunch of wheat straw, which means probably not baking any bread or anything like that in the near future, just so that I can build up a nice stockpile to add in the required farms. Thor, hang tight. Queen, start the trading. Where is the dude? Here he is. Alright, more ammo. Even more ammo. What else they got? Blueprints I already have the knowledge for. I'm not really interested in buying stuff like the steel bars or iron plates anymore, because now I can manufacture them and I'm not bottlenecked on that, not nearly the way I was before. And I will sell you... You know, I'm going to sell you the armor. No, I'm going to hold on to the armor. Alright, maybe they also have some more lantern. Do they have Yeah, they have some more lanterns. The reason I'm buying lanterns is during the dawn and dusk hours, the lights inside of my base won't illuminate. So there will be penalties for craftsmen around dawn and dusk, meaning that the speed of which they work and the quality at which they work is reduced. And the way around that is, there's two ways around that. Either you can set up torches So that would be someone like Snowy or Crab that are crafting. You could set up torches so that they don't have that light debuff, which is a totally legitimate way to do it. And I'm sure there's a mod that allows lights to turn on and off like at a different hour. But for now, I'm going to set up torches. And then the other way to do it is to use the radiance lanterns. Now, that's just sort of like a personal light source. They do weigh a lot. So you wouldn't want someone that's somewhat encumbered to ever do that, because they're going to be encumbered and it's going to slow them down. So for now, it's uglier, but I'm going to set up torches. And then eventually we'll have the radiance lanterns. And that will keep the areas nice and illuminated throughout whatever hour that we're at. Right. Another thing I wanted to build down here is the bar and the barracks. So these would be hive station houses, I think. So I'm going to build a bar on one side and a barracks on the other, if I can get the terrain to agree with me. Well, you know what? Part of me is thinking bar and barracks might... Well, the barracks, it wouldn't be so much barracks as it would be just like housing. It would be bedrooms and the like. The actual military barracks, like where we're going to station people, is going to be back up, at the starter island. But this is just for housing and food and whatnot. So there are the two buildings for that. We'll get them constructed, which means getting 60 meat on J, 60 this fowl meat. So each row is 9. So that's enough for one building. 1, 2, 3. Actually, I can just forget counting. Just take all of it. These are pretty significant construction projects. I might even need to hunt some additional animals to finish them off. But that's about all the time I have. So this episode coming to a close. If you have suggestions of buildings that I failed to mention that you think I need, I am absolutely 100% all ears. I'm looking for input. In fact, I'm also looking for input for names for hivers. If you're a patron of mine, all you got to do is contact me on Discord. If you are not a patron, my Patreon starts at $1 a month. So if you'd like a hiver named after you, all you got to do is pledge $1 a month, and I'll add you to the queue. And the queue is a pretty short list right now. Thank you all so very much for watching. Thanks for supporting the series, and I do hope that you've appreciated all of the construction projects. If you're in for some combat, that's coming at you pretty soon. Once I get to the Czech territory, I'm going to buy a bunch of big old weapons, and we'll smack around some enemies. I'll catch you all next time. Thanks for watching. Adios.